I'm just going to say this right now, and I don't care if I get a lot of hate or flack or anything for this. The fact of the matter is Jey Uso has been one of the worst booked wrestlers I've seen in a while. And the funniest thing is he had probably one of the best moments of the year when he won the Royal Rumble earlier this year. And I would sit here and even say this too. I still think he should have won the Royal Rumble. I think all of that is perfect. But ever since WrestleMania, it's been a constant downward spiral. You can say the build was kind of or whatever, but the build was fine for the most part. You got what you needed to get crossed before Mania started. Jey had to watch as his family get gone after by Gunther because Gunther was feeling a lot more desperate. Now, a lot of people will be saying, why is Gunther doing that? I just chalk it up to heel bullshit. Regardless, we're now at June 16th, 2025. What the fuck are we doing? I get it. Jey just lost his title, and you need to find a way to get him back to where he needed to be. But the dude is clearly hurt. I don't want to hear, oh, he's playing it up for injury. I saw what happened after Money in the Bank, and I saw what happened after the Gunther match. I do not care. He's hurt. You can say all this bullshit or whatever. I know when a wrestler is hurt. Everyone can tell he is wrestling hurt. Look, after Mania when he choked out Gunther, I was iffy about it. It was whatever for me. But you know what? Fine. You needed to find a way to make Gunther weak. Gunther tapped out in scared and desperation because Gunther didn't lose for a while. I can accept that story. That's whatever. It's everything afterwards that's been a constant downward spiral. First, let's talk about the match with Seth Rollins. It was a decent match, I'll give it that, but it ended in DQ, and it was only set to build up a completely different rivalry that is still overshadowing it right now, despite the fact that Punk is going on a Cena siesta right now. And then we get to Saturday night's main event. Again, another screwy finish. Logan Paul didn't help Jey Uso out as much as a lot of people would have thought, and the whole Logan Paul situation is a completely different story. But the fact of the matter is, Jey just didn't wrestle well. Jey just doesn't really got it that much anymore. He's on the older side. He just isn't as athletic as he used to be, which is funny, because feels like dude's been able to do whatever he's been doing forever. But the fact of the matter is, Jey has slowed down, and his moveset has not been better. He added a sleeper hold, chat. That's not an improvement. That is another thing he can use in desperation. As of right now, his in-ring ability is still But that's fine, that's whatever. And then we go to Money in the Bank, and he had a somewhat decent match at Money in the Bank. Okay, whatever. Then we go on to the Jey versus Gunther match. I'm noticing a pattern, at least with the booking of Jey Uso. They're really trying to book him like he's this world beater and a guy that's always an underdog and can always keep it with anyone. When the fact of the matter is, this is a rest up Gunther, and he is still kicking out of this and he's still getting bitch. I don't get that. Why are you booking Jey Uso to be able to take all these hits, do all this, do all that, while he's hurt? You can tell he's hurt. If he wasn't hurt, that'd be different. But this is a dumb thing to do, and I don't understand. The fact of the matter is, Jey Uso, he should not be eating all that. He should be taking a couple power bombs and being it. But you want to know something? Guess what? He lost the title. I need to stop bitching because I'm whining about shit that doesn't really fucking matter. Who gives a fuck? Come this weekend to find out Jey Uso is in the King of the Ring. Whatever, doesn't matter. He gets put in a match between Sheamus, Bronson Reed, Rusev. You're telling me that Jey Uso managed to weasel his way? No, and here's what I don't get about that. They just had him bring out so many fucking people to bitch on one guy just so he had a chance of winning. Are you telling me Sheamus and Rusev couldn't get back into the ring in time? You're telling me Bronson had to take the pin? No. Jay didn't need to win this match. Jay's hurt. He doesn't need to be in this scene. He needs to go back to the tag team title scene because he's not doing so hot as a singles champ, but they're still pushing him as a singles champ. And we just lost his reign. He just lost his title. And your first decision is, oh, yeah, we need to get him right back in there. We need to show that he's this, he's that. You want to know something? And people are going to be like, oh no, he's going to lose to Cody. Think about it. You want to know what he had to do? He had to face his brother, Cody Rhodes. And then you want to know what's going to happen on SmackDown? And I bet you it's going to fucking happen. Sami Zayn's going to win that match, whether it's due to a Karrion Kross interference helping out or something, or some bullshit. No matter what, Sami Zayn's going to win, and then Jey Uso's going to win. And then we're going to get Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn, which, not horrendous, but the fact of the matter is, Jey Uso doesn't need to be back here. He doesn't need to be in the spot to face someone at SummerSlam. But guess what? Since Gunther's probably going to retain his title against Goldberg, because that's how this shit works, we're going to get fucking Jey Uso winning King of the Ring to go on and fight Gunther at SummerSlam. So you're telling me Jey Uso, who just got off a pretty disappointing reign as World Heavyweight Championship, you're telling me he needs to get back into the scene as soon as possible. When he's hurt, he's clearly not over with the crowd because there was a good bit of boos at Green Bay today. You're telling me he needs to get right back in that scene and he needs to go and face Gunther. No one's clamoring for a Gunther and Jey rematch. They were clamoring for a rematch in the first place because Jey doesn't need to hold the title. The fact of the matter is, Jey should never be close to it again. He's just not at that level now. The yeet chance can only get you so far, and he got him to the destination once. And he only needs to be to the destination once. He needs to go back to the tag team division. The fucking Raw tag team division is dying right now. We have to be carried by some shitty fucking Xavier Woods promo every other fucking week. I'm not saying that Xavier Woods does shitty promos usually. He actually had a pretty decent one this week about the fucking Cheez-Its, but that's besides the point. Regardless, Jey Uso shouldn't be back in this scene. He shouldn't be a part of King of the Ring. He shouldn't be a part of any fucking title scene for a bit. He needs to stop. Because the fact of the matter is, the entire Raw singles division is fucked. Because AJ Styles is going to be fucking around with goddamn Dominic Mysterio, and same with Penta, because those people got beef. And then Finn Balor can't be elevated to that scene yet, because he's probably going to be fucking with Dominic Mysterio. So that's 4 of your roster people already going after that. And Seth Rollins' faction just started up. So you can't put Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed into that mix yet. So really, you're only down to, believe it or not, 4 people. Which is Sami Zayn. The 4 people in that match. So you really only have 5 people. And it's the same 5 people again. It's fucking Seth Rollins. It's fucking... I'm tired. I'm tired of the booking. The booking has been shit. And I'm tired of fucking Jey Uso always having to be in the mix. He doesn't have to. You don't need a guy that says yeet all the fucking time to get anyone over anymore. You know what you need? You need decent wrestling. And Jey Uso hasn't provided a decent wrestling match in a while. And you want to know something? I'm tired of seeing the same damn 10 moves. And I hate talking about this because I like Jey Uso. I think he's a great guy. I think he has something that goes for him well. He's endearing. People want to like him. Every single thing. But the fact of the matter is, he shouldn't be back there. We need more people for the World Heavyweight Championship division scene. Not this fucking yeet merchant. Meanwhile, we have Seth Rollins, who we'll never know who he's going to cash in on. Because guess what? You could easily just run back Cena Seth. Because that's a long-lasting rivalry. You don't have to fucking have Seth Cash in on Gunther. You could easily have him cash in on Cena, and people would be happy for that. People would be joyed for that. But you want to know something? This is bad. If Jey Uso is still being pushed out there, while we have so many other people that can be put out there, that's not good. Fuck, man. And like I said, I really don't want to hate Jey Uso. And I hate that I just kind of turned this into the fucking rant. But fuck, man. How much fucking longer are we going to have to deal with this shit? He needs to be out. You need to put new people up. We need new people in the scene. I'm tired of this fucking Jey Uso bullshit. Come on. And I like Jey, but fuck. We need to do something about this division. And Triple H has been horrible about pushing it. Raw has been fucking dead for a while. The tag team division sucks. The singles division outside of 2 or 3 people sucks. The IC division's doing decent. But after that, the women's tag team division is still non-existent as ever. Not to mention, too, you're cutting everyone like fucking flies that you could put for that fucking division. Believe it or not. Not to mention, as well, you could also just... I don't fucking know. You could also just put fucking Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and have them take tag titles. But no. You could also put them on the Creed brothers. But no. You have to put them on the fucking New Day. The only good thing about Raw right now is the IC women's scene. Because Io Sky just doesn't exist anymore. Liv Morgan just got out, so any potential for her potentially going after her is kind of put up in the air. They're not running back Ripley for a while because despite how much the crowd loves Ripley, she is very close to that Jey Uso effect where everyone's going to get tired of her. I don't know, man. Raw has been kind of bad to watch recently. And it's all because they're focused on getting the crowd hype rather than just, putting on something cool. The crowd's no longer hyped for Jey Uso. No one was yeeting for Jey Uso after he won. People were mixed. No one overly cared. I don't know what else to say, man. Also, too, by the way, if Triple H, I swear to fucking Christ, if you do not push Karrion Kross in the right way, or you release him, you will only be proving his point. Triple H, I am telling you, this is your one last shot. If you fuck up this Karrion Kross push, I will find you. I know where you live. Don't believe me? I'll get the fucking Nick Manspear to blow up your fucking house.